It is round 3 of the Southside Series for the first time probably ever with the expanded Skyline Conference schedule. Henley and Mazama, longtime rivals, meeting for a third time in league play. Henley notched decisive wins in the first 2 matchups. Can Mazama make things competitive here on their senior night? Alongside Josh Eldridge, I'm Matt Bowling. Good to be with you here on mybasin.com. It's the second leg of a back-to-back for Henley. They were at Hidden Valley yesterday, logged a 57-14 win, held the Mustangs to their fewest points of the season. For Mazama, meanwhile, it's their first action since last Friday. A 44-26 loss at Klamath Union. They're going to play the national anthem, so we will step aside.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Back with you here at Mazama, as we're just about ready for tip-off. Round 3 of the Southside Series. Henley has already clinched at least a share of the Skyline Conference Championship. They can win it outright tonight. It's their 3rd straight league title. It would be the 2nd time in the past 3 years they've won it outright. First 2 times these teams met this season, Henley won here at Valhalla Court 66-32 back on January 14th. Then beat Mazama 66-19 at the Hornets Nest on February 8th. Kennedy Modine, Preston Shade, Lily Fassell, Michaela Schroeder, and Anna Harper are the starters for Henley. For Mazama, it's their 4 seniors who were honored pregame: Addie Byington, London O'Brien, Maida Lee, and Kaylin Davis, as well as sophomore Leah Hernandez. Henley wins the tip-off, and Modine's got it up top. She goes to Harper, gets it back, goes to Fassell, who pulls a 3, misses. Chasing down the board, trying to, was Modine and Schroeder, but it went into the Mazama bench. So the Vikings take possession. Davis gets it into O'Brien. She's picked up by Fassell. Now Modine pokes it out, comes back to O'Brien, and Harper gets in there and forces a tie-up. Hernandez looking to inbound. Gets it back down low. Goes to Byington. Byington trying to create space, drives, puts it up well short of the rim. Away with it comes Modine. Modine trying to go coast to coast, can't do it. Lee pulls down the rebound. London O'Brien over to Hernandez. To Maida Lee. Lee, guarded by Harper, gives it to Byington. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They go inside to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to drive around Schroeder, cannot. Shot goes off the bottom of the backboard, out of bounds.
Great job by Schroeder there, just standing her ground. Hernandez trying to lower the shoulder, get in there a little bit. Can't go straight through Schroeder, and going around her led her out of bounds.
This is Shade. Now Modine. Back over to Shade, wide open, thought about a three, instead fires to Harper. She flips it to Fasell. Now over to Shade, to Modine. Off the hands of Schroeder, out of bounds. .6:22 to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless. This is Byington. O'Brien. Davis for three, no. Rebound underneath Byington. Puts it back up and in. And it's Mazama with the first points. Vikings take a 2-0 lead. Fasell. Corner three misses. Byington gets the board. O'Brien throws an interception. Pass was tipped. Shade. Nice dish to Fasell for the bucket. Davis pressured. Out of bounds. Henley ball. Or Mazama ball. Davis. Gets it to Lee. Lee in trouble. O'Brien able to recover it. They've got to get across the timeline, though. That's a 10-second violation. Fasell stepped up to bother O'Brien, keep her from getting it across midcourt.
It's a good pressure play there for the Henley defense. They felt like Mazama maybe was a little too comfortable just bringing the ball up the floor. And they can't let these Vikings feel comfortable at all. There's the turnover.
Modine to Shade. Down low. Oh, recovered by Harper and a foul. She was looking for Michaela Schroeder. Unable to receive the pass cleanly. Harper looks like she saw what was going on and raced in to help. Ended up drawing a shooting foul. She makes the first free throw. Misses the second. Schroeder gets the board, though, through two defenders. Earns herself a trip to the line. Schroeder misses the first free throw. Makes the second. So it's a 2-point lead for Henley. Fasell nearly forces a turnover but can't keep it in bounds. Davis will try to inbound. 5:11 on the clock here in the first quarter. Into Lee. And Lee steps on the line. Anna Harper applying the pressure there, and the Hornets force another turnover. Shade throws it into Harper. Fasell. Modine. Deep three. Won't go. Schroeder gets the board, gets bumped, loses it. O'Brien. Picked up by Fasell. Gives it to Hernandez. Now Lee. Lee looking. Vassell switches on to her. Gives it to Davis. Back over to Byington. Hernandez. Up top to O'Brien. 2 seconds on the shot clock. O'Brien lets it fly and connects. Mazama back in front. 4:20 to go in the first. Modine looking to answer. Can't do it. Byington corralling the rebound. O'Brien across. O'Brien to Lee. Hernandez. Hernandez trying to drive on Schroeder, loses it, gets it back, throws it up, misses. Rebound out of bounds. Senya Campos checking in for Kennedy Modine. Armida Kirkpatrick checking in for Kalen Davis. Mazama will inbound, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hernandez sends it off the back of Harper. Schroeder is not fooled. Schroeder contests the shot, and it's out of bounds. Henley ball. No, they're going to give it back to Mazama. Bailey Ladner checking in for Henley in place of Preston Shade. Callie Bitzer comes on for Mazama, replacing Maida Lee. I think they've got to reset the shot clock here. They moved it back to the full 35. They're going to put it at 16. Kirkpatrick looking to inbound. Tipped. Oh, man, Schroeder takes a bump. Results in an open look for Kirkpatrick, and she buries it in the corner. An 8-4 lead for Mazama. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Campos pulls a three. She misses. Rebound contested, and Bitzer comes away with it. O'Brien on a fast break. Runs into Ladner, gets around her, shot won't fall. Vassell the other way. Vassell back to Campos. Campos a drive and a foul. Maida Lee and Reagan Holbrook coming on for the Vikings, replacing Hernandez and O'Brien. Campos underneath to Harper, foul. It's on Callie Bitzer, that's her first, fourth on Mazama. So Anna Harper back to the free throw line. She went 1 for 2 on her previous trip. She makes the first one here. Bit of a lethargic start for the Hornets in this one. They trail now 8-6. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. They've only had one field goal. Vassell the takeaway. Pass over to Harper. Plenty of room for the layup. And Mindy Holbrook wants a timeout. Henley ties things up at 8. 2:45 to go in the first quarter here on MyBasin.com. Mazama ball coming out of the timeout. We are tied at 8 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. O'Brien picked up by Ladner. Having a hard time getting across. They double team her. Ball ends up going out of bounds. O'Brien, none too pleased with how that unfolded. Maybe asking her teammates for some help. Tipped out of bounds. It will be Mazama ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Kirkpatrick inbounds in the front court. Here's Lee over to Holbrook. Lee gets it back. Lee, blocked by Harper. Campos gives it to Ladner. Ladner looking down low for Schroeder. It's tipped to Harper. She throws it off the glass, won't go. Put back, draws a foul for Michaela Schroeder. Michaela Schroeder went 1 for 2, her first trip to the free throw line.
That foul also puts Henley in the bonus with 2 minutes still left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, 5th of the quarter on Mazama. Schroeder goes 2 for 2. Henley up 10-8 with 6 of their points coming from free throws. Vassell an interception. Vassell pulls up. It bounces off the back rim and in. Kirkpatrick over to O'Brien. To Lee. O'Brien, Lee, looking for a lane, called for the travel. 1:36 to go in the first quarter. It's now a 12-8 lead for Henley. An 8-0 run for the Hornets. Here's Lily Vassell looking to drive, baseline, floater won't go. Schroeder gets the rebound. Schroeder through a crowd, misses. Harper, another try, won't fall. Touched by Ladner, out of bounds. It'll go back to the Vikings. O'Brien up to Byington. O'Brien fires ahead to Lee. Lee, hook shot, draws a foul. Maida Lee, one of 4 seniors on this Mazama team, recognized before the game. Gets a friendly roll on her first free throw. 3-sport athlete for Mazama. Played soccer and ran track in addition to basketball. Misses her second free throw, so it's a 3-point Henley lead. Here's Campos. Over to Ladner. Down low, Vassell on the block, wide open, misses the shot. Byington in transition. Double teamed. Back to O'Brien. Over to Kirkpatrick. Lee. O'Brien. Kirkpatrick. Into O'Brien. No good off the glass. Schroeder gets the board, and here comes Campos. 20 seconds to go. Campos looking. Flips it to Vassell. Gets it back from her. Down low, Schroeder. Gets it to fall. Two seconds left. Mazama's got to hurry. No shot, and Henley ends the first quarter with a 14-9 lead. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. You're watching the Southside Series on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Henley with the ball and a 5-point lead as we start the second quarter here at Mazama. Corner three for Fasell, swish. It's Henley's first made three of the game. Puts the lead at 8. Turnover as Schroeder applying some tough defense.
Through that first quarter, Mazama was sticking around for two reasons. One, their three-point shooting. You just mentioned that was Henley's first make from beyond the arc. Mazama's made a couple. The other thing is Mazama's competing with Henley on the glass. They're not out-rebounding the Hornets, but they are competing. The Hornets had 8 rebounds in the first quarter. Mazama had 6. And so being able to deny Henley those second-chance points will help you stick around against the Hornets.
Fasell hits the mid-range. So it's a quick 5-0 spurt for Henley to open the second quarter. O'Brien harassed in the backcourt. They're able to get it, and they beat the press, but Holbrook misses the wide-open layup. Schroeder on the other end, can't convert, gets her own miss, throws it off the glass, it won't fall, and now we have a tie-up. Possession arrow points to Mazama. That would have been brutal for the Vikings to miss the wide open layup and then give it up on the other end. All things considered, they break even, but now they throw an interception to Modine. Modine gives it right back. Ladner takes it back, but she's standing on the baseline.
It was a great read by Modine, just camping in the paint, waiting for that outlet pass that came on the previous possession, this time anticipating it and creating the turnover.
Hernandez brings it up, throws it right to Schroeder. Ladner will have a walk-in layup and easily converts that one. Ladner almost forces another turnover. Byington airmails the pass, and that will be a turnover.
Well, that's 3 possessions and 3 turnovers for the Vikings in the last couple minutes, about a minute and a half. Take better care of the basketball. The Hornets have only turned the ball over once this game.
They're now on a 17-1 run. Here's Preston Shade. Dishes to Modine. Gets it back from her. Harper puts it up in the paint, misses. Hernandez in transition. Kirkpatrick over to Davis. Tip taken away by Fasell. Davis sprinting back to contest and fouls her. Lily Fasell leading all scorers with 9 points so far. It's our first trip to the free throw line. Connects on the first shot. as London O'Brien checks in for Reagan Holbrook. Vassell goes 2 for 2. She's up to 7 points here in the second quarter. O'Brien turns it over. Another steal for Vassell. Shade wide open in the corner. 3 rattles in. O'Brien pressured by Shade. Has to get it across. She's not going to make it. And that is the second 10-second violation of the game. Preston Shade getting some props from Anna Harper.
And that was face-up defense. No double team, just one-on-one. And Henley wins it. Is it an issue with a substitution, perhaps?
Bit of confusion there.
I think Senya forgot to check in at the scores table, and so she checks in, heads back out onto the floor. Or maybe they just didn't hear her. Regardless, she's in the game now.
Harper underneath, misses. Rebound corralled by Davis. O'Brien dispossessed. Able to recover it in the backcourt. And another 10-second call. Mindy Holbrook needs a timeout to talk it over. They have got London O'Brien in Alcatraz in the backcourt. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Henley up 26-9 here on mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Well, London O'Brien came off the court. It kind of looked like she was saying, hey, somebody's got to help me out when I'm being pressed in the backcourt like that. That's the third 10-second violation Henley has forced this game. And they cash in with a bucket from Schroeder.
Yeah, Mazama's turned the ball over 7 times in the first 3 minutes and change here in the second quarter. That's one more than their entire first quarter total, which is 6, of course. They've got to take better care of the basketball.
Schroeder wrestling away the rebound. Here's Modine in transition. Flips it over to Shade. Campos up top. Finds a lane. Can't score. Schroeder fouled on the putback. Schroeder 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. She's got 7 points.
Already up to 9 rebounds as well.
This is the first. Second one is good, so it's a 20-point lead for Henley with 4:15 to go until halftime. Oh, Harper nearly intercepts a pass. Lee able to get it across. Modine forced it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. O'Brien sends it over to Byington. Byington to O'Brien. Gets around Harper, puts it up, misses. Rebound comes to Lee. Pulls a three, misses. Bitzer grabs the board, gets it back out to Lee. Here's Kirkpatrick in the corner. Chucks it to Byington. Back to Kirkpatrick. Pass was off the mark, and she ends up going out of bounds. Preston Shade. Kennedy Modine down to Lily Fussell in the corner. Now Anna Harper kicks it back out to Fussell. Fussell drives, blocked by Lee. O'Brien gets it across, gets it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick airmails that one for Byington, and it's another turnover. Reagan Holbrook checking back in for the Vikings, replacing Kirkpatrick. This is Modine. To Shade. Back to Modine. Shade. Modine. Shade again. Now she'll fire down low. It's tipped and ends up out of bounds. They'll stay with Henley. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shade to Harper. Harper spins away from Bitzer but can't make the shot. O'Brien to Byington. Byington called for the travel. Oh, pass to Ladner, who had her head turned. Ends up out of bounds off of Addie Byington. Lucky break there for Henley. Campos trying to create space to Fussell. Fussell to Harper on the block. Harper fouled. And Byington kind of hanging on her there. Anna Harper is 3 for 4 from the free throw line so far. She's one of 2 seniors on this Henley team, the other one being Bailey Ladner. Had a fantastic game yesterday at Hidden Valley. 18 points, 16 in the first half. Misses the second free throw. Ladner gets the rebound. She's in trouble. Ends up going out of bounds. Henley will keep it. It's now a 26-1 run for Henley. They were down 8-4 in the first quarter. And they are now up 33-9 after Modine cans the three. Hernandez to Lee. Another travel. Shade back in for Henley, replacing Ladner. Here's Modine. Almost loses it. Aggressive defense by Reagan Holbrook. Modine is able to get it to Shade. Shade up top. Decides to pull a three. Bang.
Watching her stare down the rim. When is she going to shoot? And then she triggered it. That was a long-range three.
Back-to-back triples for Henley. They push the lead to 36-9. Mazama beat the press again, but couldn't get a clean pass to a shot. Now a steal by Fasel. And it's an easy bucket. This is starting to look a lot more like the first two Henley-Mazama games. A 29-point lead, under a minute to go in the first half. Rifled ahead to Holbrook. She misses. That's about the third time Mazama's been able to get an open look off Henley's press, but they have not cashed in. I'm sure Randy Denson has very few qualms about continuing to press when Mazama can't even score when they beat it.
Well, the times that they don't beat it, it's been, 3 or 4 backcourt violations now. They've done a good job on this press overall.
Byington. 26 seconds left. Throws a duck. It's intercepted by Harper. Harper the other way, blows the layup. Holbrook the rebound. Byington brings it up. 8 seconds to go. Mazama's got to hurry here. Taken away by Campos. Henley can score at the buzzer. They don't. But they take a 38-9 lead into halftime here at Mazama. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. We'll take a break, get you your first half scoring here on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
For the second day in a row, Henley holds their opponents scoreless in the second quarter. Hornets outscored Mazama 24-0 in the second to take a 38-9 lead here at halftime. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. Your individual scorers for Henley: Lily Fasel with 13, Michaela Schroeder with 8, Preston Shade and Anna Harper both with 6, Kennedy Modine with 3, and Bailey Ladner with 2. For Mazama, Armida Kirkpatrick and London O'Brien with 3 each, Addie Byington with 2, and Maida Lee with 1. This is more or less how we had expected this game to unfold, although Mazama kind of surprisingly kept things close through much of the first quarter, even took an 8-4 lead at one point. Well, since then, if you can do the math, it's 34-1 in favor of Henley.
Well, Coach Denson called a timeout when the score was 8-8. And I don't know what he said in that huddle, but the Hornets figured it out from then on out. I mean, just absolutely dominant in every aspect of the game. One thing I will give Mazama credit for, it's something I brought up at the end of the first quarter, they're doing decent work on the glass. They're hanging around with Henley in that category. The Hornets have 14 boards. Mazama has 10, so that's something good that the Vikings can feel good about. The thing that is not great, that is pretty indicative of how this game has gone so far, is the turnover numbers. Henley's turned the ball over twice, which is really good considering they've been close to 10 at halftime these last couple of games. Mazama is at 19 turnovers already through that first half. Far, far too many. And don't know how many points Henley has scored off of those turnovers, but it has certainly helped them build this astronomical lead at halftime.
Yeah, I think we've seen, I want to say 3, maybe 4 10-second violations.
Yeah, and not only that, but then you have errant passes trying to break that press that have also gone out of bounds or otherwise that have allowed the Hornets to get back possession. And you give them so many possessions, they're going to make you pay. It's not that they're getting them on the glass tonight like they usually do. They're getting them by turning the ball or forcing Mazama to turn the ball over. And that's how they're getting their, second, third chance points. Denying Mazama the ball up the floor might as well be a rebound.
Henley 16 minutes away now from clinching the outright Skyline Conference title. They locked up at least a share with their win at Hidden Valley yesterday. This will be the third title in a row for the Hornets. And second time winning it outright in the past 3 years. Last year they shared the title with Klamath Union after the Pelicans won on an unreal buzzer beater in the second to last game of the regular season. That was an instant classic at Pell Court. Dianara Pena hitting the shot. She's now at Lane Community College playing for the number 1 team in the NWAC. Titans still undefeated on the season. Got only 3 games left before the playoffs start. Henley, for their part, has only 2 games after tonight before the playoffs start. They host Phoenix on Monday and then host Hidden Valley on Tuesday. The reason the schedule has shaken out like it has is because of the massive winter storm that hit the Klamath Basin a few weeks ago and forced school to close for an entire week. Had games canceled or postponed and having to push them kind of toward the end of the season, as even though school was able to get back in session last week, there were still some teams at Hidden Valley unable to make it over the hill.
Same for Phoenix.
Exactly.
Understandable. I mean, it was negative temperatures. For those who are watching us from out of town or otherwise, we had highs of 11 degrees and lows of -8 in certain parts of our basin. It was cold, to say the least, so understandable that we had to push everything back. It does make it interesting, though, specifically for the Hornets. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, having to play these back-to-back games, and the coaching staff agreed that, well, it's good preparation for a potential state tournament bid. I mean, when you get up there, you got to win 3 times in 3 days. Winning 2 times in 2 days is a little bit of a good preparation for that, and they get to do it 2 times at the end of the season, go out and play back-to-back games. I think it'll be good in the long term to play these games back-to-back down the stretch.
Yeah, you said potential state tournament bid. I don't think there should be much, if any, doubt at this point that Henley is going to be going back to Forest Grove to defend their state title. Hornets ranked number 3 in the OSAA computer rankings. They've actually been kind of flipping back and forth over the past week or so from number 3 to number 1. They're in a really tight race with Staten and Philomath, and actually Philomath has now taken the number 1 spot. Staten is in at the 2. The OSAA computer rankings, for those who aren't familiar, are based on, it's a combination of 2 computer rankings, the RPI and the Coley matrix. RPI is based on how the teams that you beat how well the teams that you beat have done with the rest of the season. And Henley right now has the number 2 RPI. They've put together a pretty challenging schedule non-conference wise, but they've been hurt a little bit by a very weak Skyline Conference. The closest game they've played in league play so far was a 21-point win over second place Phoenix, who's ranked number 15 in the OSAA computer rankings. You look at Philomath and State, meanwhile, number 1 and number 2, they're in the same league, the Oregon West Conference, along with number 4 Cascade.
Yeah, that's a tough conference. And I want to go back to Henley's RPI rating, by the way. Yes, they're second. They're less than a point off the pace, though. Philomath, they're in first, 714.7. Henley is 714.05. So they're less than a full point off of pace for the top RPI in the state. And you look at who they might be playing in the state tournament as you look towards, the 14, 15, 13 ranks. St. Helens is in that mix. Seaside, Crook County is in that mix. Phoenix right now is number 15. Now they will not play each other in the opening round. They don't seed teams in their own conference. But a lot of teams from the coast could be coming down to Klamath Falls, St. Helens, Seaside, obviously Crook County in the Bend area. But those are some formidable opponents coming to town potentially for the Hornets.
Potentially, although Henley did face St. Helens in the opening round last season and got a 71-48 win. Henley was the number 2 seed last year, went on to win the state title, knocked off the number 1 seed Astoria 41-38. That was a grinder of a game, but the Hornets came up big, snapped Astoria's 22-game winning streak. Annie Campos, the 4A Player of the Year with the winning bucket. Now at Oregon Tech, and the Lady Owls are playing right now. They're in a big rivalry matchup at Southern Oregon. And how about this? A 53-49 lead for Oregon Tech. 9:06 to go in the fourth quarter. This would be the first loss of the season for Southern Oregon. They're 25-0.
Yeah, not only are they 25-0, they've actually won their last 34 regular season games. And the last time they lost at home was at the hands of Oregon Tech. That was a season ago. This team refuses to quit. I mean, they've been hampered with injuries. The Lady Owls, they lost their 2 starting guards, and here they are beating what many would consider to be the best team in the country. Right now they're ranked 3rd, but unbeaten. We'll keep you updated on this score. They got about 8.5 minutes left to go in the 4th. We'll try to keep you updated with the final score before this one's over here at Mazama.
Oregon Tech men will also be playing Southern Oregon after this game. Here at Mazama, the Henley and Mazama boys will be facing off after this girls' game. That game promises to be much more exciting than the one we are currently showing you.
Yeah, and even though the teams, again, are about as far opposites are these two in terms of the state ranking, Mazama is more closer to the middle of the pack as far as their boys go. But you look at the conference standings, Mazama's in step with a potential, Skyline Conference championship. Henley's yet to win a game in the conference, but they've played a lot of these teams close. They haven't really been blown out in a true sense this season, even though they're winless. So I would expect a competitive game, especially in a rivalry setting like this. Last time these two teams squared off on this floor, it was almost an overtime bid for the Hornets. Wound up missing a couple shots at the horn, but they can compete with good teams, and Mazama, certainly a good team.
Last time they faced off, the game did go to overtime. It was the second meeting between these two teams back on February 8th. Mazama, though, did pull it out at the Hornets' Nest 65-59. So expecting an exciting, probably going to be a pretty emotional game, too, as it is, senior night. As we've mentioned for the girls, the Vikings boys are also going to be recognized before their game. Henley would love nothing more than to ruin senior night for their big rival.
And also take them off pace for a league championship, too. Again, Mazama and Phoenix are tied at the top. I don't believe – now, Phoenix plays Hidden Valley, I think, tonight. So that'll be an interesting matchup as well with Hidden Valley, trying to fight for a playoff spot as well. But, to knock Mazama off pace of a league championship, that's something you can feel good about at the end of the year if you're a Hornet.
Henley, I have to correct you, Josh. Hidden Valley actually plays Klamath Union. So
pardon me.
A chance for them to actually clinch a postseason berth with a win over Klamath Union and eliminate the Pelicans.
Certainly.
We'll keep you updated. Well, we'll try to keep you updated. It can be difficult to get other high school scores here in Oregon, but we will try. Just about ready for the start of the third quarter. We thought there were a couple minutes left on the halftime clock, but I guess seeing both teams ready, they decided to go ahead and get things going. Henley starts with the ball and a 38-9 lead. Anna Harper drives in, misses. Rebound comes to Fussell. She puts it up. It's short. Hernandez gets the board. And O'Brien will try to bring it across. Bounces it to Hernandez for an open three. Swish.
She's a good shot from range. You can't leave Leah Hernandez very much room. She'll make you pay.
Modine on the other end, fouled. Kennedy Modine with 3 points so far tonight. She was honorable mention All Skyline Conference last season as a sophomore. And she knocks down both free throws. Here's O'Brien. Now Lee. Lee looking for somebody. Gets it to Byington. Byington inside. Lee misses. Fussell. Slings it to Shade. Fussell wide open three. Connects. 16 points now for Lily Fussell. And Henley has a 31-point lead. If they can keep that 30-point margin going into the fourth quarter, we will have a running clock for the final 8 minutes. Here's O'Brien to Byington. Harper guarding. And a foul on the pass into the paint. It's called on Michaela Schroeder. That is her first. Hernandez is going to inbound. Lee to a cutting Byington. Too strong off the glass. It comes back to her. Again, she misses. Here's Shade in transition. Fires down low, looking for Harper. It was tipped out of bounds. Armida Kirkpatrick checks in for Callie Bitzer. As Preston Shade looks to inbound. Into Harper, turnaround, no. Schroeder misjudged the rebound, but taps it out of the hands of Lee. Right into the Mazama bench. Vikings will keep possession. Bench players had to get out of the way of that one. Schroeder applying some force to poke that out. Foul on the floor. Kirkpatrick inbounds it to Lee. Up top, Hernandez. Davis. O'Brien. Taken away by Shade. And Shade converts on the bunny.
Shade has had O'Brien's number all night long with these steals, not only with those backcourt violations that we talked about at halftime, but I think that's Preston's third steal straight up one-on-one against O'Brien. She's winning that battle tonight.
Shade was named to the Skyline Conference all-defensive team last year as a freshman. Likely going to see her name on that list again. I think Lily Fassel's probably going to be joining her this time. Underneath, breaking away and scoring is Armida Kirkpatrick. Shade wide open, misses the three. Schroeder, easy rebound, easy putback. There was nobody on her.
Should give Schroeder a double-double now with 10 boards.
O'Brien spins away from Fassell. Gets it. Oh, my goodness. Modine out of almost nowhere.
Yeah. She came soaring in for that block from the other side of the perimeter. That was a great recovery by Modine. And I think the Vikings had 6 players in the court.
So now both teams have had that happen. Don't see that very often. I think Henley went with a full platoon switch on that last substitution. Looks like Brooklyn Conrad, Spur Barney Smith, Cadence Nelson, Senya Campos, and Bailey Ladner are the new 5 for the Hornets. Leah Hernandez was fouled and will go to the free throw line. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. Hernandez makes the first shot. One for two. Conrad the rebound. Campos ahead to Barney Smith. To Brooklyn Conrad. Her three is true. O'Brien bounces it to Kirkpatrick. Into Hernandez. She is fouled by Nelson. That puts Mazama effectively into the bonus with 4 fouls on Henley. Turnover on the inbound. We'll give it to the Hornets. Here's Senya Campos with Holbrook on her. Campos threads it to Nelson. Unable to receive it cleanly, and a tie up underneath will give it back to Mazama. .340 to go in the third quarter. Here's Kirkpatrick to Hernandez. Almost intercepted by Conrad. Finds Lee, who gets it back to Hernandez. Lee, a drive and a miss. She'll have another chance. Lee to Bitzer. To an open Kirkpatrick, who misses the mid-range. Follows her own miss and gets the lay-in. Here's Campos. Campos to Barney Smith. Conrad, another three. That one won't go. Ladner gets the board. Ladner tried to thread it to Nelson, but it was intercepted by Hernandez. Hernandez drives, goes down, draws a foul. with that being the 5th team foul on Henley, it will be more free throws for Hernandez. Went 1 for 2 her first time up. Makes the first one. Anna Harper checks back in for Cadence Nelson. 2:35 to go in the third. Hernandez misses, and Harper gets the board. Campos getting set up along the perimeter. Finds a cutting Conrad who misses. Hernandez to Kirkpatrick. Hernandez guarded by Campos. Over to Lee, who has Conrad on her. Lee almost dispossessed by Ladner as she goes in for the layup. She missed it. Rebound comes to Kirkpatrick, who does get dispossessed by Spur Barney Smith. Cross-court pass to Conrad. She makes the open layup. Nice pass from Spur Barney Smith. Kirkpatrick to Lee. 1:30. London O'Brien standing up from the scorer's table, barking instructions to her teammates, but they turn it over. Here's Harper, whips it to Ladner, too strong on the layup, and a foul called on Harper going for the rebound. O'Brien checks in for Hernandez. And feels like this should be free throws, but they're getting lined up for the inbound.
It was an offensive foul. She was going for the rebound. Henley had possession. I think it would be considered an offensive foul. That would be my only guess.
Sounds about right. Bitzer rejected by Harper underneath. Here's Ladner. Now Campos. Campos finds Harper, and she draws a foul. Anna Harper had a very interesting awards distribution last season. Honorable mention All-State. First team All-Tournament at the state championships, but did not earn any conference honors. That's because she missed all but a couple conference games. She's certainly going to get some this year. She goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line here. .44 seconds left in the third quarter, and this is going to be a tie-up. Give you a quick update on the Oregon Tech Southern Oregon game. It's tied at 64 with 2:06 to go in the fourth. Would be a massive win for Joy Lease and company as Bailey Ladner drains a three. Joy Lease, the former head coach here at Mazama, before leaving to take a job as an assistant with the Lady Owls, was then promoted to head coach prior to last season.
Not to mention Shannon Carlson, who's one of her assistants, also a former Henley head coach. There's some good prep coaches on that Tech basketball team.
Maida Lee draws a shooting foul and will try to get Mazama to 20 points with 8.5 seconds to go in the third. Lee misses the first free throw. Before the game, she was part of the senior night ceremony. They said she's heading to Linfield to run track and study nursing. She Goes 0 for 2 from the line, and it's going to give Harper a chance at the buzzer. No. So Henley takes a 57-18 lead into the fourth quarter here at Valhalla Court. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
It's a 39-point lead for Henley to start the fourth quarter, so we will have a running clock. Randy Denson has gone even deeper into his bench, bringing on the 3 JV swingers. Gretchen Sheen, Sage White, and J.C. Ladner are in, along with Brooklyn Conrad and Cadence Nelson. Hernandez driving on White, misses the layup. Sheen gets the board, and here she comes on the fast break. Nice dish to J.C. Ladner, who misses the layup. Sheen gets the miss and draws a foul. And we've seen these JV call-ups a few times here in Skyline Conference play, as, again, Henley has had several running clock victories. And Sheen makes the first free throw. They play well for freshmen.
No doubt.
Turnover. Sage White takes it away. Sheen to Ladner. Comes up short on the 3. Nelson fouled on the putback attempt. Should mention the clock will stop on free throws, so Henley not actually doing much to speed up the end of this game as they get 2 trips to the free throw line here in the first minute. Nelson misses the first one. Oh for 2. Here's London O'Brien. Starters still in for Mazama, so these are some real quality minutes for these bench players and for the JV call-ups. J.C. Ladner pulls down a board. Over to Sage White. To Brooklyn Conrad. 3's good. That's her second 3 of the game. She's up to 8 points.
That shot looks good coming out of her hands. A high arcing 3. Good to see her hitting those.
Maida Lee. Nobody home. An easy interception for J.C. Ladner. Sage White for 3. That one's off the mark. Recovered by Sheen. Another try won't fall. Out of bounds off Mazama. It will stay with the Hornets. Addie Byington and Addie Slazak checking in for Mazama. Holbrook and Lee to the bench. Quick trigger 3 misses for Nelson. Slazak rips away the rebound. O'Brien. finds Byington for the layup. This is Sheen. On the block, Conrad with a tough bucket. 10 points for her now. That's a career high. This is Byington pulling a three and connecting. She's up to 7 points on the evening. On the other end, Conrad cashes in another layup. Great minutes from Brooklyn Conrad tonight. White loses it. Byington misses, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. 65-23 the score, 4:20 to go, clock running. Another update from Southern Oregon. It looks like the Raiders are going to survive the upset bid from the Lady Owls. They lead 69-65 with 26 seconds to go. Admirable effort still from Joy Leese's team. Never know what might happen if they get a third crack at them in the conference tournament.
A lot of people seem sort of pessimistic about the Lady Owls and how injured they are coming down the stretch. I've heard quite a few people write them off. I'm quick to correct them. This team is the real deal, going toe-to-toe with maybe the best team in the country. And down, arguably your own two best players, and they're hanging around. They'll be around come conference playoff time and for a national tournament bid.
We've said this numerous times on our airwaves. Joy Lease is a winner.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Absolutely.
She will make the best of whatever she's got, and she will get the best out of whatever players she's got. Ahead to J.C. Ladner, and she's got her name in the scorebook. J.C., the younger sister of Bailey Ladner, who will presumably finish this game with 5 points. Here's Sheen. Over to Ladner. Ladner threads it to Sheen.
Wow.
Man, what a pass.
That was a beautiful pass. For some players you don't see too often, like you said earlier, Matt, the chemistry between some of these younger players, you just can't teach that.
And a timeout called by Mindy Holbrook. 2:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Her Vikings are down 69-23 here on mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Clown Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Clown Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Mazama ball coming out of the timeout. Yeah, you were just talking about the chemistry between these three JV swingers, Josh. Well, they're all on the JV team together, and they've been putting together some decisive wins of their own.
Very true. I walked into the gym today, set up our equipment, and they were up by 30 against the Mazama JVs. It's a whole program. We've said it. I say it again. It's a whole program with this Henley girls basketball team, and it starts at the top with Coach Denson and all of the dedication he gets from every player in the program.
Sage White intercepts the pass. Our good friend Kevin Petrick, a varsity assistant, is the head coach of that JV team. And he's put up some impressive results as Nelson makes the shot. He's beaten a couple 5A JV teams this season. So no reason to think that Henley's Skyline Conference dominance is going to fade anytime soon. One minute remaining. Sage White misses a three. Spur Barney Smith gets the rebound. Loses it. It falls into the hands of Conrad. Ends up out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hornets. J.C. Ladner to Spur Barney Smith. Top of the key, three. Got it. Here's O'Brien to Davis. Taken away by J.C. Ladner. Hornets have time for more. She tries to send it to Sage White. It's out of bounds. Clock will run. We'll see if Henley tries to hustle and get a shot off. 6 seconds, 5. Ladner's just going to hold it. And what has frankly long been inevitable is now official. Henley is the outright Skyline Conference champion. A 74-25 win here at Mazama. Hornets match their second most points of the season and notch their 20th win of the year, 10th in Skyline Conference play. We'll be right back. Get you your final scoring here on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Henley 74, Mazama 25, your final here at Valhalla Court. Hornets cruise to a season sweep in the Southside Series and an outright Skyline Conference championship. I mentioned it's their 20th win of the season. It's the first time since 2014 and 2015 that the Hornets have posted back-to-back 20-win seasons. Your individual scoring for Henley: Lily Fassell with 16, Brooklyn Conrad with 12, Michaela Schroeder with 10, Anna Harper with 8, Preston Shade also with 8, Kennedy Modine and Bailey Ladner with 5, Spur Barney Smith and Gretchen Sheen with 3, and Cadence Nelson and J.C. Ladner each with 2. So that's 11 different scorers for Henley. Certainly what you like to see in a game like this. For Mazama, Armida Kirkpatrick and Addie Byington both with 7. Leah Hernandez with 5. London O'Brien and Maida Lee both with 3. You mentioned, Josh, you were keeping track of rebounds. These are unofficial, but we believe Michaela Schroeder has logged a double-double with 10 points, 10 rebounds. And most notably, Henley winning the turnover battle 26-5.
Yeah, that's going to lead to a nearly 50-point victory for you just about every time. And, yeah, Henley, I mean, for their part, 5 turnovers, that's, I mean, really great. That could be close to their season low if it's not their actual season low. They took really good care of the basketball tonight. And, yeah, just an all-around good performance on a back-to-back, and they get to go home league champs.
They'll have the rest of the week off and be back in action on Monday against Phoenix. Meanwhile, Mazama will travel to Hidden Valley on Friday. We're going to step aside and get ready for the boys' game. We're not going to change streams, so you can keep it right here. We're going to get everything loaded up and ready to go for a game that promises to be much more competitive than the one you just saw. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldridge. Keep it here on mybasin.com for more Southside Series action.
And welcome to, or welcome back to our continuing coverage tonight of Henley basketball from deep in the heart of Viking Nation at Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School as the Hornets take on the Mazama Vikings in the Skyline Conference bout and the South Side Series. Glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. Joined alongside me is Matt Bowling as the Vikings look to keep in step for the lead in the Skyline Conference. They're in a tie for first place right now. For the Hornets, they are looking still for their very first win in Skyline Conference play. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups. We'll talk a little bit about the Skyline Conference. Only 3 games left on the season. We'll get you caught up and ready for tip-off. That's all coming up next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Just a couple of minutes away from tip-off here at Mazama High School as the Hornets take on the Vikings. Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling with you for tonight. And although Henley is still looking for their first win here in Skyline Conference play, they have been most competitive with the Vikings this season. Nearly going to overtime the first time these two teams met, going to overtime the second time these squads met. And as far as the Hornets are concerned, a good matchup for them tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's been the case with actually most of their Skyline Conference games this season. They've been close, but they just haven't been able to get over the top. They were almost there the last time they faced Mazama. They're hoping they can do it tonight. Get not only, as you said, their first Skyline Conference win, but their first win over a 4A team this season.
Yeah. No, very true. Their last win coming over a month ago. It was at home against Lapine, a 40-point victory just about. And since then, it's been all dry for the Hornets, but looking for some good luck and good fortune tonight at Viking Nation. Let's introduce you to the starting lineup for the Henley Hornets. A senior, number 4, Bryson Montag. A junior, number 12, Reese Schmerbach. A sophomore, number 14, Micah Ibarra. Another sophomore, number 20, Carson Sims. And the big man, a sophomore, number 32, Corbin Hamilton. The Hornets are coached by Brian Stock, and he's assisted by Dylan Woodrow. And now the starting 5 for the Mazama Vikings. A senior, number 12, Kai Hunt. A senior, number 24, Jordan Beals. A senior, number 2, Dominic Melgoza. Another senior, number 0, Gabe Nanny. The big man underneath, a senior, number 3, Ryan Hayden. The Vikings are coached by Ryan Millsap, and he's assisted by Kyle Gomez. Vikings tonight in their home white uniforms. Vikings written across their chest in blue. For the Hornets, their road yellow uniforms. White text across their chest, reading Hornets, and navy blue trim around those jerseys.
You may not have been able to see it too well on your screen, Josh, but every one of those starters had their mom at the end of the fan tunnel waiting for them to do the traditional pregame intro handshake.
That's great. And on senior night, no less, all these guys in the starting order are seniors. We'll talk more about that throughout the broadcast this evening. Each of them were honored before tip-off tonight, and that's a very cool way as we get ready with the starting lineups. And tip-off, it's Nanny and Hamilton in the middle, and it's the Vikings who control the opening tip as they go from right to left. Kai Hunt is guarded at half court by Reese Schmerbach. He throws it to Melgoza on the right wing. Melgoza tries to drive inside against Ibarra, gets in there, goes up with the shot, but he travels before he can get the shot off. And an early turnover for the Vikings gives the Hornets the basketball. Schmerbach takes the inbound pass. He walks it across the timeline for the Hornets, brings it up top of the key, right-handed dribble, now to the hands of Sims. Sims takes a couple screens, going left, guarded there by Hunt, gives it out to Hamilton on the right wing, drives inside, gets to the block, throws it outside to Ibarra at the free throw line, but he can't corral the pass. Jordan Beals picks up the loose ball, goes all the way home on the other side and lays it off the glass and in, and the Vikings strike first. They lead 2-0. Still 7:20 to go in the first quarter. Hornets looking to respond. Carson Sims has it now on the left side. Whips the pass to Ibarra near wing. Ibarra jab step right. Drives left all the way in, but he's too strong on the layup. Ryan Hayden cleans up the miss, and the Vikings, led by Kai Hunt, into the front court. Hunt dribbles along the left side. Gets into the paint. Up with the shot. They're going to say he was fouled on the floor by Carson Sims. So Hunt will inbound. He'll do so on the baseline. Lofts it beyond the arc to Hayden. Hunt gets it back in the corner, goes baseline with it, stepping to the rim. He shoots from the block and scores. Mazama up 4-0, under 7 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Here the Hornets trying to respond. A nice feed to Montag underneath, bothered by Nanny. There's a foul. And let's see. Charging this one to Gabe Nanny, reached in against Montag, trying to receive that pass. And so the Hornets will have their turn to inbound on the baseline. Ibarra kicks it to Hamilton in the corner. Now Schmerbach still near wing. Brings it around, top of the key, now to the hands of Ibarra. Ibarra hands it off to Sims. Sims has a lane right down Main Street, off the glass and in. Carson Sims gives the Hornets their first points of the night. They trail now 4-2, 6.5 to go in the first quarter. On the other way, it is Beals who drives in, loses it, but out of bounds it goes, touched by Ibarra. So the Vikings will keep it. It'll be Kai Hunt to inbound. He'll be guarded by Schmerbach on the inbound pass. Hunt looking for Hayden in the block. Instead, he'll find Nanny top of the key. Nanny gives it up to Beals on the right wing, guarded by Sims. Whips a pass across the court to Melgoza. He'll try a wing three. That doesn't go. Hayden cleans up the miss, puts it on the deck, up with the shot again off the mark. This time Sims with the rebound, leading the Hornets into the front court. 6:13 to go in the first quarter. Henley trails by 2. Here's Corbin Hamilton straight away, guarded there by Hayden. Steps back for a triple. Corbin Hamilton leaves it short. Rebound is picked up by Kai Hunt. Races along the far sideline. Outlet pass to Hayden in the paint. It rolls on the rim and drops. And a timeout is called with the Vikings leading 6-2. 5:56 to go in the first quarter. We'll have more Henley basketball after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com. Back into the action with the Mazama Vikings leading 6-2 over Henley. 5:50 to go in the first, and the Hornets have the ball. Here's Carson Sims. Gives it up to Ibarra. Steps right, goes left, steps back beyond the arc, and then gives it up to Sims. Sims guarded top of the key by Nanny. Whips a pass to Schmerbach near wing. Schmerbach one step inside the arc. Tries to find Montag. Tipped away by Nanny. Nanny takes it all the way on the other side and scores. And Mazama now leads 8-2. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Pass goes in the corner to Sims. Sims dumps it back outside to Hamilton in the far corner. Pump fakes a three. Gets Hayden off his feet. Drives inside. He's met there by Melgoza, who ties him up. And so possession will stay with the Hornets after that tie-up. Again, they trail by 6 with just a shade over 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Ibarra to inbound. Looks for Schmerbach off a screen. Instead, he'll bounce it underneath to Montag, who gives it up to Schmerbach. Drives inside, gets close to the rim, blocked from behind by Nanny. Out of bounds it goes, last touched by Nanny. The Hornets again maintain possession, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Sims camped out in the near corner, but they'll loft it ahead to Hamilton, guarded by Kai Hunt. Hamilton tries to power into the paint, turns around from 15 feet out, but hits front iron. Mazama cleans up the miss. Outlet pass is an errant one off the hands of Kai Hunt. And the Hornets will inbound away from the basket on the baseline. It'll be Schmerbach and Ibarra together who bring it up for Henley. Ibarra trying to direct traffic, top of the key, hands it off to Montag, takes a screen left, then in the corner to Schmerbach, pump fakes a three, loses it on the dribble drive, out of bounds it goes. And the Vikings take possession as Nolan Mick checks in. Corbin Hamilton will head to the bench. Ryan Hayden to inbound. Hornets lightly pressing on defense. They'll do this with Schmerbach just bothering the point guard up the floor. Kai Hunt beats the press, no problem. Gets into the paint, shoots from 13. He's too strong. Rebound is picked up by Nolan Mick. Races the far sideline, gets by the defender, takes it all the way in to score, and one. Great take on Nolan Mick. Just beat every Viking in a foot race to earn the bucket and the foul. Trying to make it a three-point game. Mick at the line. And he does. Makes that free throw. Our score now 8-5. Mazama still leads. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Kai Hunt against Reese Schmerbach up the floor. Into the front court now. He's jumped at half court. Gives it up to Nanny, top of the key. Guarded there by Montag. Brings it out beyond the arc. And he skips it over to Melgoza, dumps it underneath to Hayden. Hayden double-teamed on the block, outside to Beals. Trying to get it back inside, but it's stolen by the Hornets. Ibarra tipping that one away. Here are the Hornets into the front court. Ibarra has it on the wing. He will travel, trying to drive again. So the Vikings will inbound in front of their bench. Again, all seniors on the floor for the Vikings on their senior day. In fact, only 3 of the Vikings on this team are not seniors. Here's Kai Hunt with it, top of the key, guarded there by Mick. Schmerbach trying to pitch in on a double team, but eventually gives it up. We've got a whistle. It's going the other way. I think it was 5 seconds. Kai Hunt held the ball too long, although I thought with the drive he might have avoided that.
Yeah, Josh, you were mentioning this is a very senior-heavy Mazama team, much like Henley was last year.
Yeah.
They're going to be facing kind of the same predicament next year that Henley's in now, with having to essentially rebuild their entire roster.
Here's the sophomore Sims, crosses up to his left hand, tries to go on the left lane, but he can't hit. Now the Vikings come the other way. Kai Hunt, top of the key, throws it to Melgoza, then skips it in the corner to Nanny. He'll try a three and cashes in. The Vikings up 11-5, 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Hornets looking to respond. Here's Micah Ibarra, right-handed waist-high dribble, decides to go left with it, gets inside, steps back, rolls the pass to Mick underneath, a strong take and a score for Nolan Mick. Give him 5 points and the team 7 as Henley trails by 4 with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Here's Kai Hunt against Schmerbach, right-handed dribble. He's going to give it up to Beals on the wing, now top of the key to Melgoza. Ball high above his head, Melgoza finds Hunt in the near corner. Hunt tries to loft the pass underneath to Hayden, had great positioning but blows the layup. Nolan Mick with the board, throws it ahead to Sims. Sims underneath to Montag. Montag on the right block, he'll get fouled. So Bryson Montag, the senior, he will shoot free throws. Henley's made their only other free throw in the game so far, was off the hands of Nolan Mick just a few moments ago. Montag trying to make it a one-possession game. Here's his first free throw. It's good. Jeremiah Brunick checking in along with Corbin Hamilton as Schmerbach and Ibarra head to the bench. Second free throw for Bryson is also good. And so Henley now within 2 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. This time it's Ibarra who guards Hunt on his way up the floor. Now to the front court in front of the scorer's table. Hunt blows by Ibarra, drives all the way in. Tough lay-in, won't go. Rebound is picked up by Mick. He'll give it up to Ibarra. Races ahead, skips a pass to Brunick underneath. He can't finish. Montag's putback won't go. And finally it's Jagger Jackson who cleans up the miss for the Vikings. Ahead to Dominic Melgoza. Has it one step inside the arc, left side, trying to back down Brunick. He'll pick up the dribble, give it up to Hayden. Cross-court pass to Kai Hunt. He'll try a three, and he got it. 5 points for Kai Hunt, and the Vikings lead by 5. It's 14-9, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mike Ibarra directing traffic, top of the key, picked up there by Hunt, hands it off to Mick, takes a screen left, then gives it back up to Ibarra on the right wing. Jab step right, Ibarra tries to drive down the middle, has it poked free by Melgoza. Breakaway in transition, Melgoza scores. Hornets trailing 16-9, a minute 44 to go in the first. Mick on the other end takes it in, scores, and one. Another aggressive take for the senior, earns him a bucket and a free throw. Brings his team back within 5. Fairly high-scoring first quarter so far for the Hornets. Scoring has been their issue, the least effective offense in the conference. They play good defense, but it's just been scoring the ball that's been their trouble this season. As Nolan Mick converts on the and one opportunity. The score now 16-12 with a minute 36 to go in the first quarter. Mazama in front. Kai Hunt is going to be fouled by Reese Schmerbach on the drive.
Talk about scoring, Josh. Henley has only broken 50 points in 3 of their 9 Skyline Conference games so far. 2 of those were against Mazama, though.
Here's Kai Hunt, guarded by Schmerbach, double-teamed by Montag, and he turns it over. Bryson Montag trying to go all the way home in transition, off the glass, it doesn't go. He gets his own miss, he's blocked by Nanny. Ball goes out of bounds, the Hornets keep it. Wild sequence there. Ultimately, good defense again being played by Gabe Nanny, recording his second block of the contest. As Jeremiah Brunick checks out, Carson Sims comes back in. Inbound pass goes to Schmerbach in the near corner. Dribbles out of the corner, tries to get it to Mick, but it's stolen by Kai Hunt. Hunt against Mick in transition. Hunt scores. Score now 18-12 in favor of the Vikings. A minute to go in the first. Sims to answer with a triple. 3-point ball game, 18-15, under a minute to go in the first. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt left-handed dribble, gives it up to Jackson, tries to drive inside, spins around at the free throw line, up with the shot, front iron. And the rebound is picked up, well, it was almost in the hands of Hunt, but actually it's Montag who comes up with a loose ball. Montag leading the charge for his Hornets, down by 3. 10 seconds separate shot and game clock. Carson Sims takes a screen right, gives it up to Schmerbach. Head fakes a 3, now top of the key. Spins out, gives it to Montag. Montag nearly lost his defender, dribbles up to the free throw line, outside to Sims. Back-to-back triples for Carson Sims. Ties us up at 18. 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Melgoza into the front court for the Vikings. Drives in against Sims, gets to the block, picks up the dribble. He kicks it outside to Hayden, now with 8. Hayden gives it up to Hunt, now with 6. Hunt in the corner, goes baseline with 4, up off the glass, no. The rebound is picked up by Jackson. He won't get a shot off. And we end the first quarter tied at 18. Heading to the second next as we continue your coverage of Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you from Mazama High School. The side of the Skyline Conference affair between the Mazama Vikings and the Henley Hornets. After one quarter, we're tied at 18. The Vikings start with the ball. Here's Dominic Melgoza with it now on the right wing, guarded by Ibarra. Drives inside the arc, trying to back him down at the right elbow. Kicks it outside to Jackson. Jackson himself dribbles to the right elbow. Gives it up to Melgoza. One step inside the arc. Melgoza lets one fly for a long two. He connects. Breaks our tie. Mazama now leads 20-18. 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Schmerbach dribbles up to the three-point line. Gives it up to Ibarra for the lead. A triple for Micah Ibarra puts the Hornets in front by one. Now it's Kai Hunt bringing it up for his team. Now to the hands of Nanny on the far side. Gives it up to Jackson, and Montag trying to collect the steal will wind up fouling Jackson there on the far side. Henley leads.
Well, Josh, Henley, with nothing left to play for this season except their pride, you know they would love to ruin their rivals' senior night and potentially kill their chance at a Skyline Conference championship.
Yeah, right now Mazama and Phoenix tied at the top of the league. They are both 7-2 in league play. And yeah, you're exactly right. A chance for the Hornets to play spoiler on the road, no less. Inbound pass goes to Melgoza. He tried to find Hunt again. Montag once more, too aggressive in earning the foul. And so that will bring Nolan Mick in, likely for the senior Montag, and that is the case. So Mazama again will inbound. 35-second full shot clock reset. 7:12 to go in the first half, and they trail Henley by one. Here's Kai Hunt giving it up to Jagger Jackson. Jackson bounces it underneath to Nanny. It's taken away by Mick. Mick is bothered on his way up the floor, loses it for a moment, but Hamilton picks it up now to the front court for the Hornets. Hamilton passes to Ibarra in the near corner for a triple. Micah Ibarra nails it from the near corner. Hornets letting it fly from downtown. It's working so far. They lead by 4. 6:44 to go in the second quarter. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt with the ball high above his head, guarded by Schmerbach well beyond the arc. He gives it up to Michael Piscatello. Piscatello guarded by Hamilton, again beyond the three-point arc. He's going to give it up to Kai Hunt on the near wing. Hunt bounces it underneath to Nanny. He can't control the pass, and the Hornets take advantage. Ryan Hayden is checking in for the Vikings. Dominic Melgoza heads to the bench. No subs for the Hornets. The 5 on the floor for them, though, is Schmerbach, Ibarra, Mick, Sims, and Hamilton.
Quick update from the other in-town Skyline Conference team. Klamath Union and Hidden Valley tied at 15 at the end of the first quarter in Grants Pass. That's a must-win for the Pelicans if they want to stay alive for the postseason.
Ibarra fires a 3. It was no good. Mick got the miss. Gives it to Schmerbach. Gives it back to Mick to score in close. Wow. Ryan Millsap hasn't seen this version of the Hornets. I can't say I have either. He calls time. 26-20. 6 minutes to go in the second. We'll be back on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Clown Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Clown Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Henley leading Mazama as we come out of the break with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. The score's 26-20. Mazama turns it over right away, and Henley capitalizes with a Reese Schmerbach layup. Now the score 28-20 as Jordan Beals tries to bring it up, gives it up to Nanny. He'll trigger a mid-range, wide open, can't hit. Jordan Beals with the miss. He tries to go back up with it, and he's fouled. He'll shoot free throws. Jordan Beals didn't play much of the first game between the Hornets and the Vikings. Got into foul trouble fairly early on. The second game these two teams met, Jordan Beals, well, frankly, something of a problem. He picked up a technical in that game for saying something to someone on the Hornets team and got himself into a little bit of trouble for that. But so far, nothing, and he's shooting free throws. He makes the first, give him 3 points for the game, and he's trying another. This time it rattles home as well, and so he brings Mazama within 6. 28-22, 5:42 to go in the first half. Here's Schmerbach taking a screen left, giving it up to Sims on the left wing. Sims loosely guarded by Kai Hunt. He's going to pass to Schmerbach. Schmerbach, ball at his hip, then puts it on the deck, finds Sims again on the wing. Sims brings it around, top of the key, splits the defense, drives inside with the right hand. It hangs on the rim but drops. Carson Sims now with 10 first half points. The Vikings try to answer. Jordan Beals through contact, can't hit the layup, and the long rebound rolls out to Hamilton. Hornets now into the front court at Schmerbach. Schmerbach drives in before the defense can reset, and his acrobatic finish is all for naught. Here come the Vikings. Michael Piscatello drives all the way in for his part and scores. Score now 30-24 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ibarra dribbles up top of the key. He's going to throw it to Sims. Sims thought about a triple, then gives it up to Schmerbach. Schmerbach faces a pass right, looks left to find Sims on the wing. Catch and shoot three for Sims, back iron. Rebound batted out of the hands of Beals. He'll give it up to Hunt, who rocks across the timeline. Hunt now finds Beals top of the key, skips it in the near corner to Nanny. Now Piscatello. Piscatello gives it up to Beals. Beals driving the right lane and up and under and in for Jordan Beals. Score now 30-26. Henley still in front. Sims on the other end for a three, no good. Rebound outside to Schmerbach. He'll try a free throw line jumper that's true. Score now 32-26. Mazama, long outlet pass. Michael Piscatello snuck behind everybody and scores with ease. And now the score 32-28 in favor of the Hornets. Here's Hamilton now on the near side with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Hamilton bounces it to Mick on the block. Mick kicks it outside to Schmerbach. Head fakes a three, drives inside and scores. Great take by Schmerbach, and we've got time. The score now 34-28 in favor of the Henley Hornets. 3:48 to go in the second. We'll be back on 104.3 and 960 Sports, mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
(34-28) the score. 3:45 to go in the second quarter. It's the Hornets who lead the Vikings in Skyline Conference affair, the third meeting between these two teams, which Mazama won the first two meetings in close affairs. Here Henley leads in the second quarter. A pass to Jordan Beals in the corner, tries to go baseline with it, misses the first shot, gets his own miss, puts up another shot that's no good. This time a battle for the loose ball is won by the Hornets. Ibarra outlets to Sims. Sims driving in the paint, the right-handed layup won't go. Montag collects the rebound, he goes back up and in. Bryson Montag with 4 points for himself. His team now leads by 8. 36-28 the score. Gabe Nanny with it now for the Vikings on the left wing. He gives it up to Kai Hunt straight away. Hunt dribbles with the left hand, steps back for a straightaway three, back iron. The rebound is collected underneath by Montag. And Ibarra ahead to Sims, into the front court for the Hornets. Gives it up to Schmerbach on the wing. Down underneath to Brunick. Brunick on the block, finds Ibarra cutting. It's blocked by Nanny again. Ball goes out of bounds, will stay with the Hornets. But Gabe Nanny now 3 blocks in the paint. He's been a force underneath. Ibarra, he'll be inbound at the baseline. Fakes a pass to Montag, top of the key. Tries to get it into Brunick. The ball tipped away by the Vikings and out of bounds. Again, our score 36-28. 2:43 to go in the first half. And again, Ibarra to inbound. Ibarra will loft it, top of the key to Brunick. Brunick will find Ibarra off a screen on the wing. Takes a Brunick screen, step back, triple for Ibarra, string music. 3 triples for Micah Ibarra, and the Hornets lead by 11. Mazama on the other end. Jordan Beals drives in, he charges. A turnover gives the Hornets the ball. as Jordan Beals checks out now with 3 fouls. Again, we talked about foul count being trouble for him in the first meeting between these teams. Here he is, probably done in the first half. 2.5 to go. His team trails 39-28. Hornets walk it into the front court. Schmerbach with it. Right-handed dribble. Brings it up top of the key. Hands it to Ibarra. Ibarra screen left. Brunick slips the screen. Pick and roll for 2 for the Hornets. Perfectly run. First 2 points for Brunick. Henley leads 41-28. Here's Kai Hunt, guarded by Schmerbach. Spins around to the left. Gets the left elbow. Gives it up to Hayden. Back outside to Hunt. Hunt drives inside, and he scores from the block.
Oh, my, what a shot.
41-30, 2 minutes to go in the second. Henley leads. Here's Schmerbach with it, top of the key. Montag whips a pass to Sims in the corner, can't hit the triple. Rebound is picked up by Kai Hunt. Hunt, great outlet pass to Jagger Jackson. He gives it up to Dominic Melgoza, cutting on the back end, and he will score for 2. 41-32, a minute 41 to go in the second quarter. Here's Micah Ibarra walking it into the front court for the Hornets. Goes between his legs with a dribble, gives it up to Montag. Montag, right extended arc, takes a screen, now has it top of the key, guarded there by Hayden. Montag tries to drive by Hayden, gets by him, his layup off the glass is no good, and Hayden picks up the miss. Kai Hunt into the front court now to Melgoza. Melgoza picking up the pace for the Vikings. His shot denied by Ibarra, and then a foul going the other way. Some emphatic chants from the Hornets student section behind us as a couple of Hornets get ready to check in the game. Finn Charlton, Corbin Hamilton, and Nolan Mick in for Sims, Brunick, and Montag. 41-32, a minute 16 to go in the second quarter, and the Hornets lead the Vikings. Micah Ibarra dribbles it up, top of the key, now to the hands of Nolan Mick. Now over to Charlton. He kicks it in the corner to Schmerbach. Charlton finds Ibarra straight away. Ibarra behind one defender. Gives it up to Hamilton. Thought about a 3, then thinks twice. Hamilton to Ibarra. Ibarra drives the lane. Loses the dribble. Recollects on the baseline. Tries to get a pass out to his teammate, but it's tipped up and taken away by the Vikings. Kai Hunt in transition. Skips a pass to Jackson. It's an errant one, but the Vikings recollect in a foul. I think this one's going against Charlton. A little bit aggressive, trying to go for that loose ball against Jackson, and so that will be the 4th team foul for the Hornets compared to 2 for Mazama. 1 more puts the Vikes in the bonus. 47 seconds to go. Mazama trails Henley by 9. Inbound to the backcourt goes to Kai Hunt. 10 seconds separate shot and game clock. Hunt walks it up, takes a screen right, gives it up to Nanny. Nanny kicks it then to Jackson on the wing. Jackson underhand pass back to Nanny, top of the key. Nanny dribbles up to the arc, gives it up to Melgoza. Melgoza guarded there by Sims, tries to drive right. Melgoza spins around to his left, fields a double team on the block, goes up with the shot, and it takes a friendly roll around the cup and falls. And now 22 seconds to go in the first half. Hornets could take the final shot as the clock is off. Schmerbach calling for the offense. He dribbles right, hands it off to Mick, takes a screen left, top of the key, gives it up to Sims, can't corral the pass. It's into the hands of Kai Hunt. Outlet pass taken away by Mick, now with 7 seconds. He's into the front court. Mick drives in, he charges. 3.7 to go in the second quarter, and the Vikings will have possession. Coach Millsap trying to get his team the orders. 3 seconds left to go. Kai Hunt dribbles a step past half court. A prayer at the horn won't be answered. And we go to the locker rooms with Henley up 41-34 over the Mazama Vikings. First half stats and more after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you. It is halftime at Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School as the Henley Hornets have come to town and they lead at halftime. 41-34 at the half. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the leading scorers, and we'll start with the Henley Hornets, who are paced in twofold right now by Carson Sims and Nolan Mick, each with 10. Micah Ibarra has 9, 6 for Reese Schmerbach, 4 for Bryson Montag, and 2 for Jeremiah Brunick. For the Mazama Vikings, they are led by Kai Hunt. He scored 9. He's helped out by Dominic Melgoza with 6 for Jordan Beals, 5 for Gabe Nanny, and 4 for Michael Piscatello, also 2 for Ryan Hayden. Those are your scorers right now for the Mazama Vikings. Matt, the Hornets are draining threes, and that's a big reason why they're in front right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly shocked at what I've seen from Henley here in this first half. I mean, they scored 37 points the entire game yesterday at Hidden Valley. As a matter of fact, if they score 6 points in the second half, this will still be their 4th highest scoring game of Skyline Conference play. Just fantastic stuff all around. You're right, the shots have been falling from beyond the arc. That is a big reason why we are where we are. Big question for Henley, though, is can they keep this going? That has been the problem for them in Skyline Conference play all season. They have gone cold at highly inopportune times, and it has cost them in a lot of these very winnable games.
Yeah, they've led plenty of times at halftime. It's time to close one out for these Hornets, who not only are hitting the three ball, but they're playing pretty good defense, too. They're forcing Mazama into quite a few turnovers. They're taking uncomfortable shots. Kai Hunt has got 9 points for the first half, but he's looked uncomfortable in the first half. Should say quite a bit about him to still have 9. But the Hornets' defensive game plan has, been effective so far.
Yeah, I mean, if I told you one of these teams is on the second leg of a back-to-back, the other hasn't played since Friday, you'd probably guess the reverse of what is actually true. Mazama just has honestly looked out of it for significant chunks of the first half. You have to wonder what's being said in that Vikings locker room right now. They're tied. You can see there on the screen. They're tied for first place in the Skyline Conference. They're going for their first league title since 2018. They've got to win this game. They can't afford to drop one here with only 2 remaining after this.
Yeah, tied up with Phoenix at the top of the conference. Both of those teams 7-2. Hidden Valley and Klamath Union, they're mixing it up as well tonight, and they are in lockstep for 3rd place in the conference. Klamath Union looking to try to pull even, or a half game out of even, with Hidden Valley. We did get a score update at the end of the first quarter. They were tied. Anything since then?
Tied at 15. No, nothing since then.
Well, that's all right. We'll try our best to get something for you coming up down the stretch of this one. Again, halftime here at Mazama. It is the Henley Hornets who lead the Vikings 41-34 in the spirit of checking scores. involving Klamath Basin teams. We know the Oregon Tech Lady Owls lost their bid against Southern Oregon today, and with about 4 minutes left to go in the first half, Southern Oregon leads the Hustlin' Owls 36-33.
I did just get an update from Klamath Union Hidden Valley. Pelicans trailing 33-19 at halftime.
So again, we'll pull up those conference standings once more with the Pelicans trailing.
Yeah, this is a must-win for Klamath Union.
Yeah.
They lose, they are eliminated. That's the girls.
Oh, oops. Here we go.
Klamath Union loses. They are eliminated, and Hidden Valley clinches a spot in the postseason.
Well, as we wrap up halftime here at Mazama, again, 41-34 the score with the Hornets in front. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we will get you ready for the third quarter of action from Valhalla Court. You've got it all on 104.3 and 960 Sports, and live free video on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hornets on the second leg of a back-to-back, and at halftime, they've led the Mazama Vikings 41-34. And you noticed as we went off the air to get ready for the third quarter, the Vikings came out first, and maybe a short and maybe not so sweet response in the locker rooms for Coach Millsap, but they were out here fairly quick.
Yeah, I always find it a little interesting. Team down 7. Back out, getting shots up. Henley taking more time.
Mazama did have themselves a nice little run at the end of that second quarter, so maybe feeling like they found something out at the end of that second quarter. Regardless, it'll be the Hornets who start with the basketball coming out of halftime. It's Ibarra, Montag, Schmerbach, Hamilton, and Sims on the floor for Henley. We'll get you the Vikings in just a moment. As Montag can't receive the pass, it goes out of bounds. They'll give it up to the Vikings. As Jordan Beals will inbound, he's out there with Hunt, Melgoza, Hayden, and Nanny. So the Vikings take it from left to right. Here's Hunt with it, right-handed dribble, switches to his left, gets around Schmerbach, all the way in, up and under, he scores. What a finish for Kai Hunt. Hornets now to the front court. It's Micah Ibarra guarded on the right wing. Now brings it around straight away between the circles. Here now into the hands of Sims. Sims gives it back to Ibarra, calling for a screen. Instead passes it to Schmerbach. Here's Montag off a screen in the corner. Gives it up to Schmerbach. Schmerbach whips a pass to Ibarra. He's going to find Hamilton in the corner all alone, passes up a chance at three, then dribbles in. Gives it up to Sims on the left block. His mid-range is off the mark. Rebound is battled for and won by Ryan Hayden. Vikings come the other way, trailing by 5. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt dribbles it up, top of the key, straight into a triple. It's too strong, and Montag rips away the rebound. Now it's Ibarra into the front court for the Hornets. He'll dribble up top of the key, hand it off to Schmerbach. Schmerbach, right-hand dribble, now to the hands of Ibarra, whips it in the corner to Sims. Sims back to Ibarra. Ibarra dribbles close to the arc, then backs back out, giving it up to Schmerbach. Skips a pass to Montag in the corner. Montag back to Ibarra, now with 14 to shoot. Head fakes a three, drives inside, goes back out to Sims, then on the wing to Montag. He'll try a three, he can't hit. Rebound is picked up by Kai Hunt. Hunt passes it to Melgoza in the front court, picked up there by Ibarra, gives it back up to Nanny for a corner three that hits. Mazama just like that, back within 2, 41-39, 6:15 to go in the third. Here's Ibarra bouncing it to Schmerbach. He kicked it in the corner to Sims. He thought about a triple, gives it up to Ibarra. No hesitation for three, but he can't hit. Rebound picked up by Montag. He gives it up to Ibarra. The pass tipped out of bounds by Mazama, and so the Hornets will keep it. Mike Ibarra to inbound. He'll do so in front of the Mazama student section across the way. Inbounds it to Bryson Montag. He dribbles up to the arc, kicks it to Ibarra in the corner. Bounce pass underneath to Sims, pump fakes, then goes up with the shot, but leaves it short. Rebound picked up by Gabe Nanny. Nanny jogs into the front court for the Vikings. Bounces a pass to Beals that he can't corral. It was tipped away by Sims, then off the foot of Beals. And out of bounds it goes. The Hornets will get possession. Schmerbach and Ibarra up the floor together for the Hornets, in front by 2, 5:40 to go in the third. Schmerbach bounces a pass to Montag, kicks it out to Sims in the corner, catch and shoot, three, trifecta! Carson Sims, another triple. That gives him 13 points for the ball game and 3 made three-pointers. Here's Kai Hunt. Now gives it up to Jordan Beals on the wing. Beals puts it on the deck, has it tipped away by Sims. It is last touched by Sims. And so the Vikings will maintain possession.
13 points for Sims, already a career high, Josh.
Kai Hunt fields a double team. Bounces a pass to Melgoza, has it taken away by Montag, and then a whistle. It's going against Melgoza. Hornets get possession. Inbound goes to Ibarra. He will cross into the front court, brings it around in the near wing, goes between his legs with the dribble, gives it up to Schmerbach. How about Sims for another corner three? That one is going to hit the front of the rim. Into the hands now of Hunt. Hunt brings it up for the Vikings, gives it up to Nanny. He'll try one from way downtown, off the glass, no, into the hands of Hayden, who goes back up with it and scores. 44-41, and Henley leads with 4:48 to go in the third. Here's Mike Ibarra. Barr thought about a three and then gives it up to Schmerbach. Now to the corner to Hamilton. Hamilton gives it back up to Schmerbach. Now Ibarra left wing to Sims at the free throw line. Bounces it in the corner to Montag. Montag thought about going baseline. Now Ibarra. Ibarra dribbles in just one step inside the arc. Now Schmerbach with 10. Now Ibarra. Now Montag with 8. Gives it back up to Schmerbach on the outside. Around the defender. Step back triple for Reese. Front iron no. And the rebound picked up by Hayden. Again, 3-point game, 4:18 to go in the third. The Vikings walk it up the floor. Here's Kai Hunt with it on the far wing. Brings it around top of the key. Screened by Hayden. Fields a double team. Gives it up to Beals. Beals guarded there by Sims. One step inside the arc. Gives it outside to Melgoza between the circles. Beals gets it back in the near wing. Guarded there by Sims. 13 to shoot. Beals thought about going baseline. Gives it up to Melgoza. Straight away, uncontested triple off the back iron. The rebound is picked up by Beals. He'll go back up with it. He'll get fouled and one. A chance to tie the game for Jordan Beals with a made free throw here. So far for Jordan, he is 2 of 2 at the free throw line, now with 8 points. As Corbin Hamilton checks out, Nolan Mick checks in.
Beals, a 3-sport athlete at Mazama, also plays soccer, runs track. State qualifier for the Vikings track team.
His free throw to tie is good. And then with that, we'll also see Jagger Jackson check in for the Vikings. We're tied up at 44. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Reese Schmerbach into the front court for Henley, gives it up to Ibarra, then skips the pass to Sims in the near corner. Sims thought about going baseline with it, gives it up to Schmerbach, head fakes a three, then passes to Ibarra. Ibarra loses it, the loose ball's picked up by Mick. Mick at the free throw line goes outside to Ibarra, nearly a backcourt violation, but Micah has it, driving inside, past the defense, left-handed lay-in won't go. Rebound picked up by Hayden. Now the Vikings trying to get out in transition. Kai Hunt dribbles up to the arc, stops there, guarded by Schmerbach. Whips a pass underneath to Jackson, kicks it out to Melgoza for a triple, and that will not connect. Rebound picked up by Montag, gives it up to Schmerbach into the front court now for Henley. Dribbles up between the circles, goes between his legs with the dribble, left hand. Now kicks it over to Ibarra. Ibarra on the right, extended arc, gives it up to Mick in the corner. Jab step left, goes right with it, kicks it out to Sims. Sims on the block, outside to Montag in the far corner, and he will draw a foul, taking contact from Dominic Melgoza. Second team foul for the Vikes. That matches, or pardon me, that's one more than Henley has. They've got one. Tied up at 44, 2:55 to go in the third. And Drake Peters getting his first minutes of this contest as he subs in for Dominic Melgoza.
That was Melgoza's third foul.
Inbound pass for the Hornets goes to Montag, gives it up to Schmerbach. Schmerbach brings it along the left wing, then back straight away into the hands of Ibarra. Ibarra drives right with it, gets right in the paint, goes up with a shot from 12 that won't go. Rebound picked up by the Hornets. Kicked out to Sims for three, rolls off the rim. Hayden picks up the miss. He's been good inside on these rebounds. Mazama tries to break this tie at 44, 2.5 to go in the third. He is tied up with Bryson Montag. Possession will stay with Mazama. And so it will be, looks like Jagger Jackson to inbound under the basket on the baseline for Mazama. Gets it quickly to Kai Hunt in the corner. Hunt guarded there by Schmerbach. Dumps a pass underneath to Hayden. It's tipped away, but Drake Peters picks it up. Peters has it beyond the arc, gives it up to Hunt straight away. Hunt drives left, stops, kicks it to Nanny in the far corner. He'll try a triple. It won't go. Rebound is batted out, picked up by Montag. He's outnumbered in transition. He's going all the way home, and he scores. Timeout is called. We'll take it. 46-44. Henley reclaims the lead with 2:10 to go in the third. We'll be back on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
It's been a tight one through 2.5. Right now, Henley leads 46-44 over the Mazama Vikings, who pulled even after trailing at halftime by 7. And now Henley back out in front by 2. Last points credited to Bryson Montag, who scored on a breakaway layup. 5 on the floor for Henley as they emerge from the timeout. It's Schmerbach, Ibarra, Hamilton, Mick, and Brunick. And for the Vikings, it's Nanny, Hunt, Jackson, Hayden, and Peters. Vikings will get it away from the basket at the baseline. Inbound pass goes to Kai Hunt. He's followed up the floor by Reese Schmerbach. Finally crosses into the front court, brings it near side. Pass goes to Jackson, guarded by Ibarra. Finds Nanny underneath, coming off a screen. Gabe Nanny scores. And he will tie us up at 46. Henley looking for a response. Nolan Mick into the front court, gives it up to Schmerbach. 1:49 to go in the third. Schmerbach switches to a right-hand dribble. Has it now between the circles. Dumps it underneath to Brunick at the free throw line. Kicks it to Hamilton in the corner. Jab step left. Goes right. Gives it up to Brunick. He shoots from 7. It's too strong. Rebound picked up by Ryan Hayden. Now to the hands of Kai Hunt. Hunt is going to take a Hayden screen right. Stop there. Now to the hands of Peters. Peters gives it back to Hunt. He thought about a triple, then thinks twice. guarded by Schmerbach, well beyond the arc. Schmerbach attacks on defense, takes a screen, now to the hands of Jackson. Jackson beyond the arc on the right wing, gives it up to Peters straight away. Back to Jackson, 12 to shoot. Jackson driving inside, underhand pass to Nanny outside. Nanny fields a double team. He's pressured with 7, gives it up to Hunt now with 5 on the shot clock. Hunt steps back for a triple. He will not hit. Jackson with the putback and hangs on the rim but drops. His first 2 points of the game. He gives Mazama the lead, 48-46, 52 seconds to go in the third. Schmerbach has it, top of the key, terminates the dribble, looking for anybody, finds Brunick on the wing. Brunick backing down Nanny, finds Mick on the block. Mick kicks it outside to Ibarra, catch and shoot, triple, won't hit. Rebound picked up by Nanny. 2 seconds separate shot and game clock. Outlet pass is intercepted by Schmerbach. Schmerbach drives inside, bounces it to Mick. Mick bodies his way to the cup and scores. Tied at 48, 27 seconds to go in the third. Here's Mazama with potentially the last possession if they choose to take it. Kai Hunt with it now on the left wing. Hunt passes now to Jackson. He tries to drive right on the arc. Guarded there by Ibarra. Spins around, finds Peters top of the key. Peters guarded by Brunick. Now Hunt on the far side. Hunt with his right foot driving the right side. Finds a lane, up and under, he scores. And now with 2 seconds, the Hornets are not going to get a shot off to end the third quarter, giving Mazama a 2-point advantage heading to the fourth. We'll be back with you in just a moment on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
An exciting fourth quarter lays ahead, to be sure, as Mazama leads Henley 50-48. As we start the fourth quarter, it's the Hornets who begin with the basketball. Carson Sims whips a pass to Montag in the far corner. Sims gets it back, passes it to Ibarra. Ibarra thought about driving right, gives it up to Sims on the wing, now into the hands of Montag. Montag gives it back up to Sims, now 18 to shoot. Sims finds Hamilton on the wing. Hamilton calling for the ball, now he's going to dribble it around, has some room on the arc, passes to Ibarra now with 10. Ibarra gives it back to Montag on the wing. Montag bounces it underneath to Hamilton with 5. Outside to Sims. Sims to the free throw line. His jumper is good, and he ties us up at 50. 7:22 to go in the fourth quarter. And it's Kai Hunt who brings it up the floor. Hunt behind his back dribble, brings it outside beyond the arc, guarded there by Ibarra, spins around to his left, drives inside. His shot blocked by Ibarra in the paint. Rebound picked up by the Hornets, and Sims is going to cross the timeline as Henley tries to reclaim the lead. Mick, a shot inside, off the glass, no. He gets his own miss to Hamilton in the corner for 3, no. And the rebound picked up by Hayden. Now the Vikings, a chance to break our tie. Here's Hunt into the front court, has it top of the key, guarded there by Ibarra. Takes a Hayden screen right, then gives it up to Beals. Beals now in the near corner. He's going to turn around, try to go baseline with it, and a foul is going to be called against Nolan Mick. First team foul for either team here in the fourth quarter, tied up at 50. So Gabe Nanny to inbound. He finds Melgoza, ball stolen by Sims, and then he dribbles it out of bounds. So the Vikings will retain possession.
That was the third foul on Nolan Mick, Josh. He's got 12 points so far. They don't want to lose him.
Gabe Nanny gets the inbound pass, top of the key, 3, catch and shoot, and money. Mazama reclaims the lead, 53-50, 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Third made triple for Nanny tonight. Ibarra has it. He'll dribble into a triple to respond. Can't answer the call. Rebound picked up by Mazama. Here's Gabe Nanny, now into the front court for the Vikings. Has it top of the key, throws it to Melgoza on the wing, guarded there by Sims. Now Hayden has it. Hayden beyond the arc, guarded by Hamilton. He'll give it up to Melgoza and sink into the paint. Now Kai Hunt has it on the wing. He takes a screen. Melgoza slips it, dribbles inside. A loose ball is won by the Hornets. Ibarra now to the front court for Henley. He drives in the paint. He scores! Henley trails by 1, 53-52, 5:53 to go in the ball game. Here's Gabe Nanny with it now on the far side. Nanny gives it up to Hunt, top of the key, guarded by Ibarra. Physical defense by Ibarra. Throws a pass in the corner to Nanny. He'll try a triple. It goes out of bounds off the top of the backboard. And Henley will have it away from the basket as they inbound. And Schmerbach will walk it up the floor for the Hornets as they trail by 1, 53-52. Here's Sims on the wing. Sims gets around his defender, drives inside, kicks it out to Mick in the corner. Mick from the block scores, and the Hornets take the lead, 54-53. 5:23 to go in the ball game. Nolan Mick now with 14 points. Here's Kai Hunt into the front court for the Vikings. Guarded there by Schmerbach. Gives it up to Nanny on the wing. Nanny dribbles inside, takes it back out, now gives it up to Melgoza. Melgoza, top of the key, now to the hands of Hunt, far side. Hunt, right-handed dribble, picks it up, bounces it underneath to Hayden on the block. Hayden and a whistle. And we are getting a foul, I believe, against Corbin Hamilton. And yeah, he reached in against Ryan Hayden as he tried to drive in. And so the Vikings keep possession. Full shot clock reset, 5 minutes to go, and Henley leads by 1. So it'll be Kai Hunt to inbound. And he lofts it into Melgoza. Melgoza finds Nanny off a screen. He thought about a triple, drives inside. Nanny goes up with the shot. He charges in. Picked up the foul. The Viking faithful can't believe it. But the Hornets get the ball back and a chance to build upon this lead. Here's Schmerbach. He'll walk it into the front court for the Hornets, directing traffic, switches to a left-hand dribble. By one defender, finds Mick. Mick skates to the rim. He scores! Henley up by 3, 4:45 to go in the ball game. And now it's Kai Hunt who gets by everybody for the easy lay-in. Now the score 56-55. Henley only up by 1, 4.5 to go in the fourth. Here's Schmerbach with it. Schmerbach bounces it to Mick on the near wing. Mick puts it on the deck, picks it up now to the hands of Schmerbach. He's well beyond the arc, straight away, bounces it to Sims in the corner for 3, will not connect. And Jordan Beals with the rebound. Outlet pass to Hayden in transition. Hayden, he scores. A friendly roll gives Mazama a 1-point lead. 57-56, 4 minutes to go. Here's Schmerbach along the near side, bounces it to Mick. Mick thought about driving in, thinks twice, gives it up to Montag. He's at the left elbow. Outside to Mick for a triple. He leaves it short, follows his own, misses, put back, no. And Beals with the rebound, gives it up to Kai Hunt. He'll take his time into the front court for the Vikings. Again, they lead by 1 with 3:45 to go. Pass comes to Beals on the near side. Beals shakes the defender, drives inside. He is fouled on the floor. That'll be the third Henley team foul, only 1 for the Vikings. Charge the foul to Schmerbach, it's his second. As Ibarra checks in for Mick, Brunick comes in for Corbin. And we're ready to go. Beals to inbound for Mazama. He looks for Hayden, the ball tipped away into the hands of Melgoza, gives it up to Nanny, uncontested, straightaway threes off the mark. The rebound picked up by Schmerbach. Brings it into the front court for Henley. Stops at the right arc. Gives it up to Ibarra. Ibarra finds Sims now near wing. Fakes a pass. Holds on to it. And gives it back up to Ibarra. Ibarra skips a pass to Montag. Montag loses it. It's in the hands of Hunt in transition. And Hunt will score. Mazama now leads by 3. 59-56. Henley looking for an answer. Ibarra drives in. He's fouled on the floor. Second team foul for the Vikings. And for Ryan Hayden, it's only his first. Again, 59-56, Mazama leads, 3:08 to go, and we've got time. We'll be back with a conclusion in just a few minutes on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Henley down by 3. Just a little over halfway home in the fourth quarter. They led at halftime by 7. Mazama has come surging back, thanks in large part to Kai Hunt here in the fourth quarter. 6 of his now 17 points. 6 of his 17 points coming here in the fourth quarter so far. And he is trying to will his team to a victory and also staying in step for a chance at a Skyline Conference title. It's up to the Hornets to upset everybody here in the building. They'll start with the basketball coming out of the break. Here's Schmerbach with it, top of the key. Schmerbach thought about passing it to Ibarra, instead finds Montag off a screen. Montag around the defender, right-handed layup won't go, and the rebound is going to result in a foul. Going to charge the foul to Montag, and the Vikings will get possession back. 3 minutes to go in the ball game.
That is Montag's fourth and Henley's fourth. So free throws the rest of the way for Mazama. And I think they're going to keep Bryson Montag in the game.
I think just for his defense, you have to. They do make one substitution as Corbin Hamilton subs in for Jeremiah Brunick. Here are the Vikings with possession. Dominic Melgoza has it, top of the key, gives it up to Beals on the wing. Beals guarded there by Sims, spins around to his right, steps back beyond the arc, hands it off to Nanny. Nanny now in the near corner, picked up by Montag, now to the hands of Hunt. Hunt has it, right extended arc, guarded by Schmerbach, gives it up to Melgoza, now to Beals on the far side. Vikings have 10 to shoot. Beals gives it back to Melgoza with 7. Here's Kai Hunt with 6. Hunt driving inside, goes to the rim. Kai Hunt, deft touch, can't score. Hayden with the putback and 1.
Kai Hunt just has such good control.
Yeah.
He didn't get the bucket that time, but I mean, you notice when the way he moves, it's just so smooth.
He reminds me, watching him dribble, it looks like Peyton Pritchard. He just weaves in and out of the defense as Ryan Hayden misses his and one opportunity. Our score remains 61-56, 2:20 to go. Henley with possession. Here's Schmerbach. Schmerbach brings it along the right side, finds Sims in the corner. Sims gives it back up to Montag, right extended wing, now in the hands of Ibarra. Ibarra has it straight away, finds Schmerbach. Schmerbach now to Montag in the corner. Montag for 3, you bet! 2-point ball game, 2 minutes to go. Mazama leads, and they have the basketball. Kai Hunt takes a screen near side, gives it up to Beals. Beals tries to drive in against Sims, gets in the paint, tough shot is no good, and Sims cleans up the rebound. 2 will tie it for the Hornets. Sims drives in, he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Carson Sims with 15 points so far tonight. We mentioned that's a career high for the sophomore from Henley High School. Right now, Nolan Mick leads the bunch with 16, but Sims misses his first free throw. He had a chance to match that mark, but now at least looking for a split trip here is the young Carson Sims. His second free throw is good. It rattles around and drops. Henley trails by 1 with 1:43 to go. Mazama with the basketball. Kai Hunt crosses into the front court for the Vikings. He is jumped at half court, fields a double team, gets rid of it to Melgoza, whips a pass underneath to Hayden. He's fouled. And Ryan Hayden will go to the line. Ryan only had 2 first half points. He's now up to 8 for the ball game. He has missed his only other free throw opportunity so far tonight. Has a chance to make it a 3-point ball game. His first free throw on the way. It's good.
Hayden, a College of Idaho football commit. Was second team All-State for the Vikings at both tight end and defensive end this fall.
making both of his free throws and sending us to a timeout. 90 seconds remain, and Mazama leads 63-60. Back after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com. A minute 30 even left in regulation as the Henley Hornets trail the Mazama Vikings 63-60. Ryan Hayden made a free throw, sending us to break. So Henley will have possession of the basketball as we emerge from the timeout. For the Hornets, it's Sims, Hamilton, Schmerbach, Ibarra, and Montag. For Mazama, it is Hayden, Nanny, Melgoza, Beals, and Hunt. Henley will inbound to the baseline away from the basket, and Reese Schmerbach will walk it up. Clock ticks away, 1:27 and counting. Schmerbach bounces a pass to Sims. Henley again down by 3. Montag now to Ibarra. Ibarra, a light double team, fielded at half court, almost lost the ball. Schmerbach picks it back up, gives it to Montag on the wing. Now underneath to Hamilton. Hamilton has it poked away. Montag gets it back, passes it to Sims in the corner. A 3 to tie. He won't hit. The rebound is kept alive by Hamilton, but no one can collect the loose ball. Goes out of bounds, and the Vikings get possession back. A minute 5 to go. The Vikings will inbound. We'll see when or who the Hornets decide to foul. If it comes on this possession, they're trying to trap Hunt in the backcourt. They get rid of it into the front court to Nanny. Nanny has it now guarded by Sims. Sims kicks it to Beals in the near corner. He walks it back out onto the wing, gives it up to Nanny. Vikings taking their time here. Here's Nanny. Gives it up to Hunt. Hunt has it straight away with 15 to shoot. Guarded there by Montag. Hunt drives in, gets by the defender. He shoots, he misses. Hayden with the putback, it's no good. He gets a third opportunity. That time he cashes in, and the foul.
Ryan Hayden has just taken over this game down the stretch. Not really the guy you would expect. Kai Hunt and Gabe Nanny are the guys who can give you those kinds of buckets, but Ryan Hayden, just a dog in the paint, using his size advantage. Like I said, this is a defensive end, tight end, operating underneath the basket.
Made that free throw, puts Mazama in front 66-60. Henley's going to have to make a triple and then hope for misses on the other end for Mazama free throws, but Mazama has shot free throws well tonight. As a matter of fact, they are 6 of 7 at the arc at the penalty stripe for the game. Henley is also 6 for 7 for their part, but they need threes. Now, granted, they have hit a few. Carson Sims with 3 for himself. Micah Ibarra also has 3. All those came in the first half. They're going to have to shoot quick and hope for a foul. Again, down 2 scores with less than a minute to go. I believe inside of 30 seconds. We have the clock off here in the gym right now. We'll let you know right when it comes back up. 5 on the floor for Henley, Ibarra, Schmerbach, Montag, Hamilton, and Sims. For Mazama, it's Nanny, Hayden, Hunt, Melgoza, and Beals. 36 seconds, to be precise, for the Hornets. They'll try to get a shot up quick. They don't have a ton of time to be decisive about it. They'll inbound away from the basket. They'll roll it up. Ibarra picks it up. He crosses the timeline. Ibarra dribbles to the right side. Ibarra. He's going to hand it off to Sims, well beyond the arc. Now 28 seconds to go. Montag drives inside, up with the shot, it's too strong. He gets his own miss, the putback rolls off the rim, and Gabe Nanny cleans up the miss. Calling for a foul, they foul Kai Hunt, and they will send him to the line with 17.5 seconds to go. These will be Kai Hunt's first free throws of the game. And he's got 17 points. One made triple came in the first half. And here he shoots his first free throw. It's good.
And again, Josh, this is the guy who you would have expected to take over down the stretch. And Mazama did put the ball in his hands, but a couple times he gets in there, misses. Ryan Hayden's there for the putback.
Kai Hunt's second free throw also is good, and that makes it an 8-point difference. Henley racing into the front court. Ibarra drives inside, and athletic finishes all for naught. Hamilton with the putback. He's fouled. He'll go to the line with 8.9 to go. Corbin, sophomore, still scoreless in the game, so a chance to get in the book here in the final 8 seconds. He'll shoot free throws. Again, Henley has made all but one of their free throws so far in the game. And Hamilton misses the free throw. He'll get another. And the Vikings will look to wrap up their 8th Skyline Conference win of the season. Hamilton gets in the book with a make there. Kai Hunt gets the inbound. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the line. A second and a half off the clock.
This Mazama team and fans, I'm sure, are breathing a collective sigh of relief at the moment. Down 13 in this game at one point. This would have been a disastrous loss as far as their Skyline Conference title hopes and their playoff standing.
And confidence also. I mean, let's be frank, Henley is without a win in conference play. If you're in step for first place and you lose to the last team who hasn't picked up a win, that hurts, not to mention a rival. But through all of that perseverance, they're going to come away with a win. Hunt splits his trip to the line. 69-61, 5 seconds to go. Henley looking for a shot. Ibarra, he'll throw up a three at the buzzer. It will not hit, and our final score is 69-61. The Mazama Vikings improve to 8-2 in Skyline Conference play and complete the season sweep of the Henley Hornets. We'll talk about it all as we come back and start our post-game coverage coming up next. Again, 69-61 the final on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Final score here from Valhalla Court. The Vikings are victorious over the Henley Hornets 69-61. Leading scorers tonight will start with Mazama, who is led by Kai Hunt with 20 points. Gabe Nanny and Ryan Hayden each added 13. Jordan Beals had 9. Dominic Melgoza scored 8. 2 for Michael Piscatello and 2 for Jagger Jackson. Your scorers for the Vikings. Now for the Hornets, who are led in twofold by Carson Sims and Nolan Mick. Both of those guys finishing with 16. 11 from Micah Ibarra, 9 from Bryson Montag, 6 from Reese Schmerbach, and 2 from Jeremiah Brunick. As the Hornets lose this one by 8 points, they fall to 0-10 on the season. The Vikings improve to 8-2, keeping pace with a potential Skyline Conference leading Phoenix Pirates there at the top with them.
Ryan Hayden came up massive down the stretch for Mazama. Vikings were up 59-56 with a little under 4 minutes to go. He scored their next 7 points. Henley just couldn't box him out underneath. Got a couple and ones. He had an and one, missed the free throw. Got fouled underneath, made 2 free throws, and then completed an and one to lift Mazama to this win. I mean, just fantastic stuff from him. And again, not necessarily the guy that you would expect to be the hero in a game like this, with Mazama having Kai Hunt, Gabe Nanny. They did put the ball in their hands, but Ryan Hayden proving himself to be an invaluable cleanup man in the paint with his size. Henley just wasn't able to box him out and keep him from getting those boards that then turned into points.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Size a factor not only tonight for Henley, but all season long. And this time it again costs them a win in Skyline Conference play. What can you say, though, about Henley? Another game where, gosh, they fight to a bitter, and I mean bitter, end tonight against Mazama. They've done it all season long, but it just can't pull one out.
Yeah, I mean, it's been rough. I don't know what it is about this matchup that has allowed Henley to keep these games so tight when they've been getting blown out by teams like Phoenix and Hidden Valley, who, Mazama has blown out Hidden Valley at one point this season. But just, it is tough for the Hornets to come out on the losing end of all 3 of those. On the other side, though, this continues what has been a banner season for Mazama, because with grinding out this one, they pull off the season sweep of both Henley and Klamath Union, both of their in-town rivals, for the first time in 10 years. 2014-15 season was the last time it happened, and that time Skyline Conference teams were only playing each other twice. Yep. So they've upped the degree of difficulty here with adding these extra games. Really a season that this Mazama program and their 9 seniors can really hang their hat on, even if they don't end up at the top of the Skyline Conference.
Well, right now, at least as far as we know, a half game above Phoenix. They're 8-2. The Vikings are. Phoenix, as far as we know, is still 7-2. Don't have a final score from their matchup. Or actually, pardon me, they're not playing tonight yet. So Mazama will stay a half game ahead of Phoenix, at least for tonight. So there you go. The Vikings have sole control of the top spot in the conference.
Pirates are the odd team out tonight, as 5 teams in the conference means that on any given game night, somebody is going to be either playing out of conference or sitting at home. Phoenix will be in action next on Friday at Klamath Union before coming to Henley on Monday.
Hey, man, circle your calendars for the 25th of February. Mazama hosts Phoenix.
Phoenix hosts
Pardon
Mazama.
me. Yeah, so that's the final game of the season for a potential Skyline Conference championship game. So, I'd love to see the Vikings and the Pirates win out and really put that thing on display.
Assuming that they come in with identical records, too, this would be a true Skyline Conference championship game because they split the first 2 games. So, rubber match for the Skyline Conference championship. I'll tell you what, Josh, I think you and I knew kind of almost from the beginning of conference play with how close these games have been that this was going to shape up to be a really tight race for the championship. Really great season all around. that's what it has been so far, and it looks like we're going to get a stellar finish.
The Vikings add another win tonight over the Henley Hornets. Final score 69-61. Want to give you an updated score from Ashland just briefly. The Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls playing the Southern Oregon Raiders. 9.5 minutes to go in the ball game. SOU leads 57-56. Want to thank everybody involved with our broadcast tonight, all the head coaches. I'll thank Mindy Holbrook and Randy Denson, the girls' coaches and the guys' coaches, Ryan Millsap and Brian Stock. Of course, Mr. Ian O'Brien, the athletic director here at Mazama High School, for giving us a place to sit and making sure we got everything we need before we head on the air tonight. Want to give another big shout out to all the seniors who participated tonight in their senior night. Pretty much the entire Vikings roster, save for 3 guys celebrating their senior night tonight. And for what it's worth, the Hornets seniors playing their final game at Valhalla Court as well. I want to recognize all those guys for an outstanding career. And again, Mazama victors tonight, 69-61. We'll be back on the air with more high school basketball on Thursday as the East Cascades Conference down in the 2A classification battles for a league championship. Keep your eyes on our social media accounts and mybasin.com for details about the East Cascades Conference. The Hornets are again in action at home, as you said, Matt, on Monday against the Phoenix Pirates. We'll have coverage for you all the way through the rest of the season and beyond here on mybasin.com. Once again, the final score for you. Mazama defeating Henley 69-61. For my partner, Matt Bowling, my name is Josh Eldridge saying good night from Valhalla Court at Mazama High School.